Hola. Hello. I speak Spanish, English, Romanian. Understand some French and Italian. But this show is gonna be in English. Um, this is about me sharing my experiences and discussing with you um, your experiences and trying to answer questions that you might have. And if I don't know the answer, I'll just say I don't know. But I've been an addict for 18 years. I'm now 36. Started taking ecstasy at 18. Did day by day until I did 13 one day and ended up in the hospital in a catatonic state. They barely saved me, and then I moved to cocaine because I thought, wow, I gotta be uh, taste the rich type of life. Um, Alcohol started around the same time. I was very self-destructive. I felt very guilty. Childhood issues, bad childhood, uh, um, physical and psychological abuse. Not all bad, but enough to fuck me in the brains. So I did cocaine for until 7 months ago. So that's I don't know, something like 15 years and a bit. I'm still addicted to alcohol. I take a lot of meds, and now I'm on Rivotril um, because it takes the pain away. I've lost a lot of money not a lot, but I've lost money last night, and um, because I didn't have any more money to lose, I went and pawned my phone, which makes me uh, want to kill myself because of shame. Shame and guilt are the biggest enemies of humankind. Um, I also have a lot of experience in psychopathology, both because I was a consumer slash crazy person, and also because I've learned so much in 17 years of psychotherapy, psychoanalysis mainly, and um, a lot of rehab facilities. Well, not a lot, two actually. One in Scotland 7 years ago, where I spent 3 months, which was bullshit because it's based on AA, and I'm not a religious guy. Um, I'm not boasting. I have a high IQ. I just can't believe um, in shit that is obviously so flawed and so wrong, and such a manipulation tool as religion might be considered. So that didn't work for me, and then I found Sita in Barcelona. Sita worked for me. You have activities, you play sports, you have horse riding, which is amazing on the mountains, galloping. You have paddle, which I don't know if you know outside of Spain what that means. It's sort of tennis combined with squash, but more tennis like. Anyway, you do a lot of running, We had a swimming pool, a great villa with apartments and rooms and dining room, and a small amount of people are allowed because it's price restrictive. Um, don't want to name the price, but I suppose I should. For me, mainly it was 4,000, generally 4,000 a week. Um, and you find their um, familiar atmosphere. Um, the connections are easily made because you find people like yourself, with other issues rather than money. Sita also has a center called Rural for people with less financial resources, but it is very strange. I'm pretty sure people do evolve there as well, but they're mostly teenagers, fucked up junkies, crazies. I've never felt comfortable over there when I visited because the horse riding is there, so you have to kind of, you know, see the place. I've also met some nice people over there as well, but most of them are just too strange for me to understand. I mean, I am crazy. I mean, I'm diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I'm diagnosed with severe clinical depression, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, and ADHD. But I'm functional. Even now, when I'm on 10 milligrams of Rivotril, clonazepam, I still function. Uh, I still can work. Well, I could work. I don't because I feel like it's kind of, I'm lazy basically. I'm a former business owner. Uh, I was a guy with the ideas, with the courage, with the enthusiasm, and I was on moving things in the beginning. But then I had to quit because of my cocaine addiction. Um, I would have destroyed the company if I continued. So I get a pension for the rest of my life, which includes medical insurances, household payments, phone payments, car payments, and about 3,300 euros for basically alcohol. Um, what else can I say? I've done quite a lot of therapy. Um, I've understood quite a lot of it. I understand both uh, psychological side of it and the psychiatrical side of it. If you mean, I mean the meds. I've tried most of them. I can tell you which one worked for me or not, or I can recommend depending on whatever uh, problem or issue you might have. So this channel will be sort of not self-help, not. Mm, I don't give advice. Just offer experience, and I just offer ideas, and I want to share the knowledge, and people may choose what would be suitable for them or not. Um, I'm still an addict. I still drink a lot. I don't do any illegal drugs anymore. Not because I wanted to quit, just because I don't like them anymore. I've done them for so long that, I mean, mostly cocaine, but it's so horrible for me. It gives me anxiety, uh, high blood pressure, uh, tachycardia, everything, paranoia, everything you can imagine that's wrong. Panic attacks and shit like that, and hallucinations. So, no, that's not for me anymore. Fortunately, I find it difficult to quit alcohol because in this environment, I mean, everybody drinks. Wherever I go, before I even enter the bar, someone brings me a beer because they know me. Um, there's a lot of expectations and peer pressure. I mean, I was a wonder child, sort of. Was a champion in billiards. I created my own company with my brother at 22, and before that, I was sales manager for an American company with 140 employees. So I've always managed to um, be successful at everything right that I did until I decided I wanted to be successful at everything wrong that I did. So I've really, really abused everything that I've done in ways that you can't imagine. I've been to the hospital many times. I've been catatonic at least 2 times. Um, once after 30 pills of ecstasy, once after uh, um, Ibiza, where I did 22 grams of coke, 90 pills of Xanax, ketamine, heroin, and something else which I can't really remember. So anyway, I fucked up a lot of times. I've gambled more than 1.5 million, lost them all, of course. I have a, I'm a gambler. It's one of my addictions, even now. Of course, I don't gamble the same amounts because I can't afford them because I'm not working anymore. I'm living on this pension, which is enough, but it's just enough to um, survive, which is not a very bad thing for me. Um, I've also had suicidal ideation, um, suicidal gestures. I mean, if you can see, this is how my hand looks, and these are all very old. Um, also, this one, I don't know if you can see the cuts. Anyway, um, I um, I used to enjoy hurting myself. It took away the guilt and shame. Worst enemies of myself, worst enemies of humankind, if you ask me. So this is me. I am functional now, even with my addictions. Um, I allow them to exist because I can't fight them and I can't stop them, but I allow them to exist within certain margins where I don't put my physical um, body in danger, or I don't hurt other people, or um, I try not to hurt my family, which is actually a great family right now. It wasn't like this when I was a child, because obviously that's where the problems came from, the shame and the guilt and the not being good enough, not fulfilling your potential. Um, I don't know what they wanted from me, because I was quite good at whatever the fuck I did. But I guess, they lived tougher lives, so they transferred. I mean, mostly my father, he transferred his frustrations on me. But now, after talking to them sincerely for almost a decade, we have a great relationship where we understand each other. We can talk freely, and I'm not afraid anymore. They are afraid, which is something that I don't like either. While I'm lying, I kind of like it when my father is afraid of me, but I love him. I love he's changed a lot. Um, he used to be how do you call it? He worked for the Securitate, which is uh, kind of the communist secret service. So he he was taught and you know brainwashed into being a tyrant, which he is not anymore. And that's my story. Um, but I want you to know that I understand pain and desire. I understand guilt and shame. I understand sensitivity, emotional sensitivity, because I have borderline, which borderline people feel all emotions more intense by 4 times by a study, which is on the internet. But mostly it's like, trust me, it's like that. When somebody feels fear, we feel panic. When somebody feels um, a bit offended, we feel um, extremely offended. Uh, we're also very impulsive. Uh, and that's about it. It's not an excuse because it's manageable, but it's manageable if you don't drink. If you don't drink and only take meds, you can handle it. I can handle it even with drink, but I still do stupid shit when I mix drink with the benzodiazepines, like last night. Fortunately for me, I've created a system where people help me, people care about me, people want to be around me. I mean, for whatever reason, I don't know. But probably just because they feel understood. So I'd like you to write to me about any subject that you'd like to have my opinion about. Um, and uh, we could have even a FaceTime conversation and dialogue, and as long as you agree that we can put it on YouTube after that, I'm okay. But mm, I'm no guru, I'm no genius, I'm no. But what I am is a really, 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 really fucked up person that kind of functions normally and has a normal life, two dogs, girlfriend, family life, friends. They don't really give a fuck about them, but because they don't really give a fuck about me either. They, uh, because they can't understand me. They can't understand my decisions. They haven't been through them. They criticize. Everybody thinks that if you want, you can quit. Everybody says, "What was in your head when you did that?" Nobody understands addiction really, really well. Nobody understands that it has nothing to do with willpower. Uh, it has to do with motivation, and the only motivation that works is usually positive motivation. So you respond to love by loving yourself, and if not necessarily stopping self-destructive behavior, at least you do it less or less intense or fewer times, or because you gain value when you have positive motivation and you feel loved. Negative motivation, on the other hand, doesn't work. Not for me anyway, because negative motivation makes you feel like you mean nothing, like you're an object, you're unloved, you don't exist. And then if you feel like that, you can do all sorts of self-destructive or destructive things. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody would want to watch this. I don't know if anybody would write to me. I don't know if anybody would want me to go on and treat different subjects. I mean, we can talk about um, borderline, we can talk about depression, we can talk about anxiety, we can talk about addiction, we can talk about um, more than one pathology. We can talk about PTSD, we can talk drugs, we can talk. That's my field of expertise. But not only that, I'm a former business owner, a summa cum laude uh, law. I have a summa cum laude law degree, and I'm proficient in informatics. In big, well, that's what I did in high school. In coding, um, well, well, I'm proficient is a bit too much. I used to be proficient, but that's not my main goal for this. I'm a foreign business owner. My business, we started it with me and my brother with $300 and ABN Systems International. It's called. You can check it out, and it's worth probably around 10 mil right now. Of course, I have nothing of it because I gave it away for a pension for the rest of my life when I felt that I was destroying the company due to my addiction to cocaine. I'm gonna smoke one more cigarette and finish with this. My email address is ALexN1427 at gmail.com. Once again, ALexN1427 at gmail.com. Please write to me if you haven't been bored by this. Believe me, it's not easy. If I wasn't on benzodiazepines right now, probably I couldn't do it. But like this, I just don't give a fuck. Because I'm also very uh, egocentrical sometimes. I suffer of vanity, but I also have a lot of, or some, um, attractable qualities. Otherwise, people wouldn't still be around me. Um, I'm smart, smarter than most people that you've ever met. I'm fucked up, but I know why I'm fucked up and exactly how can I uh, be unfucked if I want it, but I don't. Because knowing and being able to do is a whole different thing. I don't want to be. I like it like this. I like being special in a way, even if it's not a good way. Sometimes it's a good way, sometimes it's a bad way. Sometimes I do things that are amazing in a good way. Sometimes I do stuff that is so stupid and so unbelievably suicidal, even that nobody can even begin to comprehend what's in my head. So yeah, I don't want to be a normal person. I don't want you to become normal people. I just want you to embrace, know, and accept what you are. And that's the best we can do, and that's um, I'm not there yet, but I am closer than most people. I mean, I know what I'm gonna do before I'm doing it. I just say, fuck it. Craziness is attractive. Um, Fucking responsibilities, fucking consequences is attractive. It's freedom. It's no chains. But there is a chain, isn't it? Because you know what you're gonna do, which means you already have a chain and it's not a choice. Well, it's been nice working with you. Excuse my Eastern European accent. Hope I didn't bore you too much. And once again, if you want this to continue, just send me an email. Tell me an issue that you'd like to debate or you'd like me to speak about, and it's gonna be done. And by the way, I don't get involved in politics. I don't care about politics. I'm an atheist. I think all intelligent people should be atheists, although my parents are intelligent people and they're Christian. Um, but for them, I think I mean, for many people that are um, of some age or were raised in a certain way, it's very difficult um, to see or to even discuss the possibility of religion being a hoax. Wish I could believe. It's easier because all the guilt goes to God. It's not yours. All the responsibilities go to God. God wanted it like that. It's easier. It's easier for anyone unless you're smart. Then it's not easier. It did take me a long, long time to because I was raised Christian, Orthodox Christian. It did take me a long, long, long time to realize and to accept that this is it. Maybe there's more, but the probability is infinitely small. This is it. We live, we die. What's important is what do we do with our lives? I thought for a long time that a hedonistic style of life, a pleasure seeking um, behavior would be something that would give me some purpose, but it's not. If you party every day, then partying is not a party anymore. Uh, it is a job. If you drink every day, and it's an addiction, it's not a pleasure. If you do drugs every day, it's the same. So it's kind of job, and I hate jobs. I'd like to have one that I like. Trying this one might work, might not work, probably not. but it's the first time in 10 years I'm trying something. So please, please make use of my knowledge, especially if you find yourself in situations where you struggle with um, such emotional conditions as uh, depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, addiction, or abuse of whatever, be it substances, porn, I don't know. Um, Please also accept uh, that I may say things that you will reject, uh, like parents are guilty for the fuck ups that they've grown up. Doesn't mean that they meant to do us harm. Doesn't mean that they didn't love us. It just means that that's all they knew, and they can be excused as long as they admit it. That's how I could have a relationship which is excellent with my parents, because they've admitted they were wrong. They've admitted that instead of helping me, they fucked me up, and they apologized for it. And they explained their reasons, and I understood. So communication is everything. But it took me 10 years to change their opinion, 10 years to talk to them under cocaine, because I couldn't otherwise, because I was so afraid of offending or um, upsetting or um, hurting them by putting the truth on the table. And it took them a long time to listen to this and to realize that, and a lot of arguments. But then again, fortunately, they're smart, so in the end, arguments won against against the, their defense. And I think they feel better for it. I think accepting your wrongs makes you feel better for it. I think assuming responsibility for your actions makes you feel better. I think not hiding, not uh, putting the dirt under the uh, cover, or under whatever, um, is the only way to move on, to evolve. Well, I've been quite talkative. I apologize for the environment. I'm in a shitty apartment, but with a beautiful view near the park. Well, the apartment is not that shitty, but it's not a studio, and I'm just using a computer, no more tech other than that. I'm not editing. Remember, ALexN-1427 at gmail.com. Thank you and have a lovely day.